good. Talk about how to change the way you see yourself. And I think this is like an important thing, and I've been really ranting on about it lately, just because if you don't see yourself as the person that you want to be or the person you're working towards, then no one else will. So it's all about getting your energy behind that person. And this took me a while to learn. Oh, geez, of course I just hit my camera tripod. Okay. This took me a while to learn, and I didn't really understand the importance of it, because I'm just like, if, you know, wow, who cares about how I see myself as long as other people can see that in me, or like can get on board and see where I'm going. And that is 100% true. But how you see yourself matters the most, because then it's all about energy. So for the longest time, I had a really hard time balancing being a full-time corporate person in TV and then also having a booming business. And I thought, you know, I had to choose. Like, I had to choose this or I had to choose this. I can't impact and create a world and help people the way that I want to help them, or like be a coach, without the idea that I'm dropping my 9 to 5, because that's so hot right now. Like, everyone wants to like find a way to leave their job. Or I had to absolutely own being a corporate person because I like my job, and then feel like I couldn't really put all my energy in this part of my life. And it took me so long to be someone. Good morning, thanks for hopping on. It took me so long to figure out mentally how to be both people. And while other people could see that I was doing it, I wasn't completely owning all of that, which was kind of worse, because then when people would like talk about my business, if they're a TV person, like I like shut down. Like I was like, I don't want to talk about this. This is so awkward. Are they making fun of me? Are they not appreciating what I'm doing? And like, I would just be like, okay, yeah, I don't want to talk about that. And I feel like that people could sense that. Or if I talked about my job and I talked about actually liking my job, I felt like I wasn't attracting the people that like were like, well, she likes her job and she does both and she can't do both. She has to choose. So she obviously is not committed to that. So it took me a really long time to own that energy and own that part of me that was like, I do both. I like having my job. I love what I do. I like climbing like the corporate ladder. I like feeling important at work. I like making cool TV shows in a teamwork environment, as well as having this business that creates, impact with people, helping people love themselves, helping people see how important they are, whether that is in the corporate world and they need like a hand when they're feeling stuck climbing that ladder. They are trying to get into their ideal self. They're trying to love themselves more. They're trying to trust themselves more, or maybe they have a business that they're working on as well. And I own both. And now everything that I do, content-wise, I'm owning both. So you can see how like perception, and by the way, like I've gotten on more one-on-one calls, like strategy calls and free calls, and more people are buying like human design readings and all of that since I've owned that energy behind me, because I'm not trying to like be someone I'm not. I'm owning both. And I once had a coach say that to me when she was like, you need to post on Facebook. And I was like, I don't want to post on Facebook. She was just like, you're never gonna be okay with, like, you have to get used to the idea that you own two worlds now. Sorry, just turning on my light. I look a little dark. My phone though. So that's big thing in self-image. I was on a call the other day with someone who had just got diagnosed with autism, which is super cool, but she's 35, and that's really cool to like learn now. And she was like, I'm trying to get into this vibe of knowing that it's a superpower, which it absolutely is a superpower. Autistic people are so smart beyond their belief. And I'm just like, it's all how you see yourself. Like if you come out and say you have autism and you are not okay with it, then other people are gonna be like, oh, like they're gonna not know how to feel about it. But if you come out fully owning it and knowing that you could be like this amazing representation of someone who's on the spectrum and still have an amazing job and like all of that, I'm like, people will own that with you, and they'll see that because you're getting your energy behind what it is that you're doing. And I think that that is so important, and like knowing that, like she changed. She's like, yeah, it is all about energy. It is all about how I see myself, and I do see myself as, you know, this person that's going to come out and be an advocate for them. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly it. So you can see how like this idea of who you are really influences the way that your energy is when you get behind it. And hold on, I have notes. This time I have notes. Yeah, so that's really important. So then I have this other, but when you're working on yourself and you're like how you're perceiving yourself and getting your energy behind yourself, it doesn't necessarily have to be behind being like this amazing, like who it is that you want to be in 5 years. And while that's all really important, if you don't know any of that stuff, that's fine too. It could even be with like starting small. So another thing that I wanted to do when I became like my highest self, and this is a bit of a vulnerable thing, but I can get triggered so easily. If someone says something to me in a tone that I don't like if someone tells me what to do, don't like that. And it took me a very long time. And for so long, I just wanted to be like my higher self was someone who didn't snap so quickly, who didn't take everything so personally. That was a huge thing for me. I wanted to be the type of person that like remained calm when someone like said something to me. And you know, walk away, figure it out, tap it out, scream it out, do whatever, and then come back, and not be the type of person that bites their head off for saying something. I wanted to be the person who's like cool, calm, approachable, collected, like, you know, that feeling. And that's what I wanted to be. Before, I like wanted to change my perception of myself to be like a business owner and a corporate person. I just wanted to not know. I wanted to not be someone who snapped on people or, you know, said remarks, like sassy remarks when and take the whole thing out of context. And so that's what I did. And you just picture yourself being that person. So in the morning, these are the steps. We're going into the steps on how to do this. What you're going to do is you are going to find something on YouTube, a personalized meditation. You're going to find, you know, a higher self meditation. Dr. Joseph Dispenza is so good. Like, I love listening to him. And you're going to just, before you do that, write out who it is that you want to be. So how do you want to act in the day? What does this person look like? You know, how do they show up in situations? How do they make other people feel? Like, really get clear on the person that you are aspiring to be. If it is in your business, you know, how do you show up in your business? You know, how do you show up every day as if you already had clients, right? Be, do, have. Be this person, do the stuff, have the stuff. And that's the key to manifestation, by the way. Be, do, have. But how would you show up? And then if you're showing up that way, like, how are they showing up? So write it all down, get really clear on it, and then you're going to go do these meditations, and you're going to picture yourself as that person. It's important to do this in the morning, usually when you wake up, because then you can really train your subconscious to get behind it. There's like science behind that. And so doing that, seeing it, but then also doing it, I do it at night as well. So it doesn't have to be this big thing. There's like 6-7 minute ones, and it's just feeling into the energy of how it would be if you were that person. And then we're gonna really keep this in mind when you're walking through the day. Like, how does this person act? How would my higher self show up right now? How would my higher self handle this situation right now? And you're gonna really feel it in the morning, and you're gonna embody this person. And then if you get out of line and like don't follow that 100%, that's totally cool. You're a human. What you're gonna do is at the end of the day, you're just gonna do like a little forgiveness meditation or a forgiveness thing or a forgiveness visualization, and then you're gonna realize how to do it again the next day. And these are really important steps because you're training your mind to see yourself as this person. Yes, I can totally share that. It's on YouTube, and it's like Joe Dispenza's morning meditation, but I could totally drop it in the chat after this, 100%. And it is a bit long. It's like 24 minutes, but I'm a manifesting generator. I don't do 24 minutes. I can't sit there for that long, so I skip. I skip to like 12 or 13 minutes in, like when he's like, the first half is him trying to like relax you, which it's like, fine, I get it. I just need to visualize this person now. I don't really need to relax right now, or else I'll fall back asleep. So knowing how you work and being okay with all of that, by the way, you don't need to do something a certain way. So I get to like 12, 13 minutes and I will only listen to like 10 or 9 minutes, and it really helps me get in the mood of tapping into this person. And it helps you get the energy behind it, because like, let's talk about the manifestation thing for a second. Be, do, have. You're going to be this person. If this person was the person that you're going to show up as, you're going to do the work. You're going to do the things in the day to be that person. So when someone did say something to me that gets me off of like my, rocker a little bit, and like in my head, I'm like, talking myself down. I'm like, okay, they didn't mean it like that. Whatever, like don't fight back. Like, let's just work through this right now. Walk away, a big one. And like, that's what my higher self person would do. Walk away, tap it out, right? Like get all the energy out, scream in a pillow if it's okay to do, go for a drive, scream in your car, like get all of the stuck energy out of your body. And then you're going to come back and be able to tackle the situation right at hand, in a calm manner, like in a way that I'd be proud of, in a way that if someone took all of like what I just did back and played it back to me in a way that I'd be like, yeah, I handled that situation well, in a way that I was proud of. If I was someone who owned a business and I was someone who worked corporate, how would I be showing up every single day? Would I be scheduling, doing these lives at 9 o'clock in the morning, so that way at 10 o'clock I could be ready for my work call and not feel like I'm like so scrambled in my business? Would I, still keep up with my podcast, still keep up with my weekly emails, still keep up with doing TikToks, Instagrams, all of that, and have a job? No matter how busy the day got, would I still schedule in 30 to 40 minutes so I can work on my business every single day, to grow my account, to reach new people, being in my DMs, like not putting all of that aside, while still be very present at work, and I'm not overwhelming myself, and I still work my 10 to 4, really great, and maybe I'm not 100% present for the other 2 hours, So how would I show up all day? How would I take care of my energy by taking on all of that stuff? I'm going to be working out every day. I'm going to be, turning off my phone at a certain time every night so I can chill and not be overloaded. I'm going to only use Instagram to show up. I'm not going to scroll, like getting really clear on how that person's going to be. And then you're going to act like that. And then this is the key to getting your energy behind everything. The more you show up as that person, the more you are. It's the compound effect, guys. It's how the compound effect works. The more you're showing up in alignment as the person you want to be, the more you're going to be that person, and the more all of these opportunities are going to start flowing to you. I couldn't get my energy behind showing up for human design all of the time. So I pivoted to a life business coach while still teaching human design with my clients. But I don't go on Instagram and talk about it anymore because I couldn't get my energy behind it, because everyone is in it right now and it's so great. I love seeing it grow, but they make cooler graphics than me and I can't be bothered to sit in Canva for hours at a time to make a cool graphic for people to look at on Instagram, and that is okay. Like owning that. I didn't want to do that. I couldn't get my energy behind that person anymore, so I just stopped doing it, and I pivoted, and I've pivoted in my energy, and I've gotten on again more client calls this month than I have ever, because I'm excited about what I'm doing. I'm excited about the pivot. It's all about getting your energy behind it. So I'll drop that meditation down in the chat. Do you have any more questions? I am a manifestor. Personally, I don't like long meditations. I do not like long meditations. It's not my thing. Like, I have a free self-love toolkit guide thing, and the tapping and the meditations in it are like 5, 6, 7 minutes long, because I personally can't sit there for that long and do those meditations. I can't do it. I get distracted and I'll walk away. I love meditating, but being okay with not going with the status quo. If you can't get behind meditations, and 5 minutes is all you need, 5 minutes is all you need. And you don't need to have like 45-minute meditations in order to get your energy behind something. Like, you don't need that, and don't let people make you feel like you need that. And I actually enjoy meditating more at night because I'm more zen. Like in the morning, I'm like coffee, working out, like I'm like up, like I'm going. And if I meditate, like sometimes I feel like I'm like back to square one and I want to go back to bed. I need to be like up and going, you know? So what I wanted to talk about too was a self-ascension session. So it's like there's 7 weeks one-on-one and we work on whatever it is that you want to do. But a huge thing is changing your image of yourself. So if you did this with me for 7 weeks, then we would have I would do a personalized visualization for you. So after a few calls, I would have a sense of like who you want to be, what you want to do, and I would write out a script, do it for you, and you can listen to it, and that's a huge one. We work on getting your energy behind whatever you're selling. And by the way, even if you have a corporate job, you're selling yourself to your boss, you're selling yourself to your coworkers, you're selling yourself to clients at work so they can see, you know, the end of the day, you're making a sale, whether it's like you're a salesperson or you're trying to get your boss to notice you for a promotion or you're pitching a product to your boss. Even if you're in corporate, you're still a salesperson because you're still there for a reason. And at the end of the day, it's all about making a sale, right? And getting your energy behind this person that you're trying to be. I promise you at 7 weeks, you won't be the same person. We will work through every single thing that's holding you back. It's taken me probably 3 years to master this, to really get my energy behind everything. And I just wish that this was around when I had first started because I had gone through so many emotions and I didn't really have someone to help me change all those perspectives on myself. So if this is what you're interested in, I'm also going to drop that below. Or just DM me, actually. I don't think I have a sales page for it. Just DM me and we can chat about it. And I would be, there's payment plans and I'd be more than happy to support you in the 7 weeks. And we start hopefully this week or next week. So if this is something you're interested in, let me know and we will chat further about it. I hope you guys all have an amazing day. These 9 o'clocks, I don't hate it. I don't hate coming on here at 9. I'll talk to you guys soon and I love you guys so much.